Greetings, guardians of the great silence. Those whose souls are like the world's oceans. Storms may rage on the surface, but eternal peace always reigns deep within. This message is for Pisces, who approach the turn of the year with an anxious premonition, as if their skin senses the approach of an invisible cold. I know how you feel. Your sensitivity is a gift that now feels like a curse. In the pre-holiday hubbub, you, like living seismographs, detect the tremors of impending disasters before they happen. You may have felt as if something dark were approaching, as if you were an exposed nerve in a world of broken glass. A background anxiety and anticipation of a blow became your companions. You wanted to hide, to sink to the bottom, to close your eyes. But listen to me, your anxiety is a false signal. What you perceived as danger is in fact the hum of a powerful defense being erected. The astrological picture for January is unique for Pisces. While other signs are undergoing a slaughterhouse of transformations, you find yourself in a blind spot to any chaos. Saturn, in your sign, completes the construction of your metaphysical fortress. Previously, you felt it as heaviness and limitation, but in January, these walls become your armor. Neptune resonates with higher powers, creating the effect of a divine dome. Lightning bolts of events will strike all around, ruining others' plans, but not a single spark will touch your skin. The horoscope for January sounds like an ancient protective prayer. You are under absolute protection. The disaster that was already on your doorstep is averted by an invisible hand at the last second. A guardian angel has covered your home with a dome of silence. You enter a new cycle not for battle, but for deep healing. Preview. Beginning of the year, gold, for you red. However, hidden within this security lies a cunning mental trap unique to Pisces, the addiction of suffering. Your psyche is so accustomed to pain and empathy that a state of absolute peace may seem wrong. When problems begin to dissolve on their own in January, your brain will panic. Too quiet. That means thunder is about to strike. You'll start looking for reasons to be sad, inventing threats, just to return to your usual level of anxiety. You risk punching a hole in this protective dome with your own mistrust. The worst mistake now is to open the gates to trouble out of pity or boredom. If you begin to vibrate at the frequency of fear, your protection will disappear. Accept this peace as a well-deserved gift. You need to understand the nature of the force that is taking you under its wing this month. It's not the brute force of Mars that breaks down obstacles, nor the rigid structure of Saturn that builds walls. The protection Pisces receives operates on the principle of aquatic invulnerability. Imagine trying to punch water with your fist. The water doesn't resist. It parts, allows the blow to pass through, absorbs its momentum, and immediately closes back up, remaining unharmed. This is exactly how your reality will work in January. The mechanics of events are based on the effect of mystical transparency. In astrology, this is a phenomenon where tense planetary aspects that should have hit you, for example, squares from planets in Sagittarius or Gemini, suddenly lose their destructive power upon entering your field. Problems aren't resolved, they dissolve. This can feel like a glitch in the matrix. Documents that should have resulted in a fine are lost in the bureaucratic apparatus. A person who was planning to cause a scene suddenly falls ill or forgets their intention. A test that threatened dismissal is canceled at the last minute for an absurd reason. You will experience the angel tap effect. This is a physical sensation as if someone is gently but firmly grabbing your shoulders and guiding you out of the path of a flying stone. For example, you're late for a meeting, nervous, and then learn the meeting would have been disastrous or the very place you were going to is closed. January will require you to completely surrender to this flow. The main rule of mechanics this month: logic is your enemy. Intuition is your GPS. If you try to calculate your steps logically, you'll leave the dome and end up in the rain. If you trust an irrational impulse, I just don't want to go there, I just want to call this person now, you'll find yourself in the right place at the perfect time. In January, your body turns into a high-precision radar. Pisces is the most somatic sign. Your defenses will work through your physiology. Pay attention to sudden changes in mood. Sudden drowsiness, heavy legs, or unexplained nausea before doing something are not illness. They are a stop signal. Your aura senses danger from miles away and shuts off your energy to prevent you from going there. Don't force yourself. If your body says no, it's an absolute prohibition imposed by your guardian angel. In January, laziness is not a vice. It's a form of intuitive self-preservation. Financial events will develop according to the tide principle. The ocean doesn't follow water. Water flows to the shores of its own accord. You may notice that money is coming from hidden, unobvious sources. This could be the repayment of old, long-forgotten debts. It could be gifts, subsidies, benefits, or assistance from people who wish to remain anonymous. The universe will care for you like a child. You don't need to hunt. You just need to keep your hands open. The theme of the secret patron will manifest especially powerfully. A figure may appear in your circle, or an old connection may reactivate, who will solve your problems behind the scenes. You may not even be aware of the full extent of the support being provided to you. Just know, someone powerful is standing behind you. However, this coin has a flip side. The transparency effect works both ways. The secret becomes revealed. If you yourself have been weaving intrigues, hiding the truth, or playing a double game, in January the water will become crystal clear and everything that was lying at the bottom will become visible. This cleansing of space will also affect your circle. People who wore the mask of friendship but kept a grudge will disappear. They will simply be washed away by the wave of circumstances. Don't hold on to them. Don't try to sort things out. If someone leaves, it means the dome of protection has ejected them like a foreign body. In terms of health, January brings the energy of deep regeneration. If you've been suffering from chronic, lingering conditions that doctors couldn't diagnose, a turning point is coming. You can find healing not in a traditional pill, but through water, sleep, psychosomatics, or alternative methods. Your body is designed for self-healing. It just needs to be undisturbed by stress. The most important thing in January's mechanics is the state of silence of the mind. Your mind will try to generate disaster scenarios based on past experiences. What if it doesn't work out? What if there's not enough money? These thoughts are like garbage floating on the surface of the ocean. Dive deeper. There, in the depths, you know the truth. You are safe. The quieter you become inside, the louder your luck will speak to you. You will feel how time itself is changing. For Pisces, time will become stretchy and non-linear in January. You will be able to do everything without rushing anywhere. This is the state of flow, the flow that the Taoists strive for. But for you, it's as natural as breathing. You'll fall into the rhythm of the universe. Traffic lights will turn green. Lines will dissipate before you arrive. The right people will call you just when you pick up the phone. These are signs that the dome is working. We're moving on to instructions for navigating within the protective dome. January will demand behavior that completely contradicts the modern culture of successful success. The world screams, run, achieve, break through the walls. Your guardian angel whispers, freeze, trust, dissolve. Your strategy for this month is called Sacred Drift. This is the art of allowing the flow of life to carry you toward your goal without any unnecessary strokes that could create turbulence and ruin the magic of the moment. The first and most strict rule of January, radio silence. Pisces is the sign that rules secrets, but you often sin by blurting out your intentions prematurely. This month, any expressed desire loses its power. Any shared plan becomes vulnerable. You must become as mute as your zodiac sign. If you experience joy, remain silent. If you have a problem, remain silent. Solve it internally or with a professional, but don't whine to your friends. The energy of words will dissipate your luck in January. Imagine you're holding water in your palms. If you start gesturing and explaining to someone how important this water is, you'll spill it. Maintain the integrity of your inner vessel. Let others guess what's going on inside you. Your mystery is part of your protection. Second rule, the sleep is work protocol. For Pisces, the line between sleep and reality blurs in January. Your brain will process enormous amounts of information during sleep. Don't blame yourself for wanting to sleep longer than usual. Sleep now isn't laziness. It's downloading updates from your destiny. Moreover, expect prophetic dreams. Buy a notebook and keep it next to your pillow. Answers to your troubling questions, finances, relationships, health, will come not through logical analysis, but through the symbols of your night visions. If you dream of a warning, believe it unconditionally. This is a direct line of communication with your heavenly security department. Ignoring dreams in January means disabling your navigation system in the fog. The third rule, water hygiene of the aura. You're a water sign, and water in January is your primary solvent for other people's negativity. You will pick up mental dirt in stores, on public transport, and at work, simply because your empathy is cranked up to the max. You're like a sponge. If you don't wash a sponge, it begins to rot. Every evening, you must perform a ritual of washing. This isn't just a shower. It's a conscious interaction with the elements. Use salt, ordinary sea salt. It draws out other people's projections, evil eyes, and envy from the etheric body. Imagine the water washing away the gray film of other people's emotions, leaving your aura crystal clear. Without this ritual, by mid-month, you risk feeling incredibly tired and apathetic, mistaking someone else's burden for your own. The fourth rule, no rescuing. This is the most difficult point for Pisces. In January, you'll be drawn to wounded people, whiners, victims of circumstance, energy vampires. They'll sense your light and seek warmth. You'll see someone else's pain and instinctively rush to help, console, give money, solve their problems. Stop. The angel has covered you with his dome, not your entire neighborhood. If you let someone with dirty feet and bad intentions into your dome, they will destroy your ecosystem. In January, you must show ruthless mercy. You can sympathize, but you mustn't take on someone else's karma. Learn to say, I sympathize with you, but I can't solve this for you. This isn't cruelty. It's preserving resources for your own healing. If you waste yourself saving drowning people, you'll drown with them. Rule 5, financial intuition. When it comes to money, turn off your calculator and turn on your feelings. Logic may advise saving, but intuition will say, buy this, it will bring you joy. In January, money flows into a state of flow and pleasure. If you spend with fear, oh my God, I'm giving away my last, the flow is blocked. If you spend with trust, the ocean is abundant. More will come, the flow expands. Avoid rigid debt obligations and contracts with enslaving terms in fine print. Your protection will protect you from scammers if you don't get greedy and look for an easy freebie. Freebies are bait. True prosperity will come calmly and with dignity. And finally, the struggle with the main internal enemy, guilt. When you're doing well and someone around you is doing poorly, Pisces begins to experience irrational guilt. Why am I lucky and they're not? I don't deserve it. This is the voice of your shadow. You must nip it in the bud. You deserve peace. You deserve happiness. Your well-being doesn't harm anyone. On the contrary, when you are fulfilled and calm, you harmonize the space around you with your very presence. Being happy and protected is your duty to the universe this month. A suffering Pisces is toxic to the world. A happy Pisces is the world's medicine. Your tactic is simple. You are an observer. You sit on the riverbank and wait for what you need to float by, and it will. Don't jump into the cold water to speed up the process. We have reached the final point. The boundary between the chaos of the outside world and your inner sanctuary has been drawn. Now you understand. What is happening in your life now is not a random lull, but a conscious isolation granted to you by the universe to preserve your fragile yet precious essence. January will be a cocoon month for you, and it depends only on you who will emerge from this cocoon in the spring. A frightened victim hiding from the shadows, or a renewed, radiant being, full of wisdom and strength. You must recognize the fundamental truth of this period. Your safety is not the absence of threats in the outside world. Threats will always be there. Your safety is your inner state of impenetrability. Imagine yourself in a bath escape at great depths. The ocean presses down with the force of thousands of atmospheres, but inside the bath escape there is warmth, light, and dry air. The walls can withstand the impact. In January, your walls will be your faith and your peace. The only key that can open this bath escape from within and let in the destructive pressure is your fear. Fear is an invitation to disaster. As soon as you become afraid, you send a signal to predators. I'm here, I'm vulnerable. But as soon as you enter a state of sacred drift, you become invisible to evil's radar. A guardian angel cannot protect someone who runs toward demons. Remain in the center of the circle. Remain silent. Now, to anchor this mental construct in the physical world, we will perform an ancient protective ritual. Pisces is a mystical sign, working with reflections and distortions of reality. We use the power of a mirror to create a filter that will transmit light but reflect darkness. Instructions for the Mirror Shield Ritual. This ritual should be performed in the evening, when twilight has already thickened, but full night has not yet arrived. This is a time of interworldliness, the time of Neptune. Preparing the artifact, you will need a small mirror. It's best to buy a new, small, round pocket mirror. A circle is a symbol of divine protection, the absence of angles. Also, prepare a glass of clean water and a pinch of salt. Cleansing the reflection, sit in silence. Dissolve the salt in the water. Salt represents earth, and water is your element. This solution erases all information. Wipe the surface of the mirror with this water, imagining yourself washing away all layers, leaving it completely empty. Activating the shield, take the mirror in both hands. Look into it, but don't look at your face, look directly into your eyes. Imagine a huge, bright, winged figure standing behind you, your angel. Feel the warmth between your shoulder blades. Reflection spell. Hold the mirror to your lips, letting your breath touch the glass, and whisper. A whisper is louder than a shout for Pisces. Water preserves, glass reflects. All evil that comes my way, mirror it and return it to the void. All good that comes my way, accept and multiply it. My home is sheltered. My soul is at peace. The invisible dome is closed. So be it. Protection. Place this mirror on a windowsill or shelf in the hallway, with the reflective surface facing away from you, toward the street or the door. It should not be conspicuous. Let it remain there for the entire month. It will act as a mental trap. Any negative look or thought directed at your home will hit this mirror and bounce back to its sender without touching you. You're not entering this year to fight. You're entering it to live. Trouble has passed you by. You hear only the echoes of thunder somewhere far beyond the horizon. Smile at this thunder. It's not for your soul. And now, to finally activate this dome and signal to the higher powers that you accept their gift with gratitude and without fear, leave your seal beneath this message. Write the code phrase. Let these words become the foundation of your peace. Comment in all caps. I am under the protection of heaven, and may the silence protect you.